Welcome to The Late Show. I'm Stephen Colbert. Thank you for joining us in here and out there all around the world, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Last night, of course, you guys watched the presidential debate last night? Well, we've now had time to digest it and taste it again when we have debate burps. Those are rough. People really, I did, but a lot of people wanted this debate to be decisive, to change something. Because according to the latest polls, Trump and Hillary are tied. And you know what they say, a tie is like kissing your sister, in that it makes both sides want to throw up. And today, everyone's trying to figure out who won, which is kind of a silly question to ask, okay? Both sides are going to say they won. Yeah, you know, everybody's going to say they won. There are no points, there's no penalties, this isn't the Olympics, there are no judges, because if there were, the Russians would have given Trump a 10. And I'll tell you what, they're very good friends. I'll tell you what, I'll give Trump this much. He started off strong last night by doing something nobody expected, reaching out to women and to minorities. It was really change of pace. It was a real change of pace for him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him.
Technically speaking.
That is factually accurate. Now, another thing what was obvious early on was Clinton's plan to get under Donald Trump's skin, and I gotta say, she brought the orange peeler, because she got in there, man, first by using her nasty new nickname for Trump.
You know, Donald was very fortunate in his life. Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax. Donald is unfit to be the commander-in-chief.
Apparently, Donald doesn't like being called Donald, do you, Donald? I bet he really hates it when he sees Donald on the side of a building. Hey, you guys staying at the Trump Tower? No, we're staying at the Donald Dump. Really? Is that nice? Not really, no. But Trump also got under Hillary's skin, evidently. Like with this stream of consciousness accusation that I'm sure meant something.
Wait, the AFL-CIO the other day, behind the blue screen, I don't know who you were talking to, Secretary Clinton, but you were totally out of control. I said, there's a person with a temperament that's got a problem.
Secretary Clinton.
Woo, okay.
Wow, woo, 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 woo. I don't know what emotion those movements are supposed to convey, but I gotta say, they're a little suspicious. She may not have pneumonia, but she is showing all the signs of dance fever.
Woo, okay.
That feels really good, actually. It feels really good. Shake 'em up. And Trump had some problems with the truth last night. Apparently, Trump made more than 34 comments that were either lies or misstatements, while Clinton was tagged with 4. It's no surprise, really. Before the debate, Politico analyzed a week's worth of Trump's speeches and found that Trump averaged about 1 falsehood every 3 minutes and 15 seconds, which is damning.
Man.
Though, on the plus side, you can use Trump's lies to tell if your microwave popcorn is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people said Trump didn't seem prepared, possibly because he was not. Apparently, Trump's advisors saw it as a waste of time to try to fill his head with facts and figures. Right, it's a waste of time. There's no room in there. It's already full of ethnic slurs and different wife names. Actually, wait, okay, hold on. So, question is, once again, question of the day, who won? Again, impossible to know for sure. But the markets today thought Trump lost because the Mexican peso went up in value. True. That's good news for Mexico. Now it'll be easier for them to pay for the wall. Plus, and this is true, the price of gold went down during the debate. So not only did Trump probably lose, he got home to find out his toilet was so much less valuable. But Trump did not take this squatting down. Jim?
There's like 7 polls. And other than CNN, which is meaningless because it's a Democratic poll, other than CNN, I won every poll easily. You know, I won CBS.
Yeah, he won the CBS poll. That's impressive, except for the fact that CBS did not conduct a post-debate poll. Oh, God. That close. That close. What are the odds? What are the odds? The one poll you win doesn't exist. But you know what? Just because it doesn't exist doesn't mean he didn't win it. He's doing very well in Narnia. He got a firm endorsement from the Lollipop Guild. Doesn't Rudy Giuliani kind of look like he's in the Lollipop Guild? So Trump thinks he won. But if he didn't, we know whose fault it was. It was Lester Holt's fault.
I'd give him a C, C+. I thought he was okay. I thought he was fine.
All right. You can check
nothing
the box.
outstanding. I thought he gave me very unfair questions at the end, the last 3-4 questions.
That much is true. Lester Holt did ask Trump at least one truly unfair question at the end. He asked him this question about the nation's bitter racial divide.
Mr. Trump, you have 2 minutes. How do you heal the divide?
Lester! What the hell? 2 minutes to heal the racial divide? 2 minutes to heal the racial divide. After that, you have 30 seconds to explain why God took my Nana. Why is there something instead of nothing? Why do bad things happen to good people? You have 15 seconds. Doesn't seem fair to me. Now, Trump didn't blame his whole performance on the moderator. He also blamed the equipment.
I had a problem with a microphone that didn't work. My microphone was terrible.
Yes, there was clearly something terribly wrong with his microphone. I mean, who left that thing on? Very damning. There's a switch? Is there no switch? You gotta toggle it off. You gotta switch it off. Never a good sign. But while people didn't necessarily like what Trump said, he does want credit for what he did not say.
I was going to say something extremely rough to Hillary, to her family, and I said to myself, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's inappropriate. It's not nice.
I was going to hit her with her husband's women, and I decided I shouldn't do it. I didn't feel comfortable doing it. I think I did the right thing. It's not worth a point. I didn't feel comfortable doing it with Chelsea in the room.
Yes. How gracious. I'm sure Chelsea hasn't even heard about that stuff yet. You know, it makes me wonder, what else have they kept from their child? I mean, has she heard about the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus having sex with her father? So many people watched last night's debate that there was only one way to describe it.
They're now calling it the Super Bowl of debates.
Well, I guess we could call this the Super Bowl of politics.
It's kind of the Super Bowl of the campaign season.
The Super Bowl of politics.
The Super Bowl of politics?
Well, let's call it the Super Bowl of politics.
Yes, the Super Bowl of politics. Where you Yanks play your footing bowl. Yes, this debate was just like the Super Bowl. You spent a lot of time screaming at the TV. The team you really like isn't even there. And at halftime, Lester Holt even had a wardrobe malfunction. Let's sink in. Let that sink in. Well, we have a great show for you tonight.